It was the scorching summer of 1998 in Iraq, and I was a curious 5-year-old coming home from school. My journey home was usually mundane, marked by the dusty roads and the distant sounds of bustling life in our small village. But on that particular day, the air felt different, heavy, as if carrying a foreboding secret. As I walked along the winding path, the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the arid landscape. The golden hues of the desert offered a stark contrast to the deepening shadows that stretched ominously toward me. Unfazed by the creeping darkness, I continued my journey with the innocence of a child. As I turned a corner, I spotted a tall figure in the distance. The sun's dying embers outlined a silhouette that sent shivers down my spine. The figure seemed to be cloaked in darkness, standing motionless beneath the swaying palms. A chill ran through me as I approached, my eyes fixed on the mysterious stranger. The air grew still, and the whispers of the wind transformed into eerie murmurs that seemed to beckon me closer. My small steps quickened, the thud of my heart echoing in my ears. The stranger remained oblivious to my presence, their attention fixed on something hidden within the shadows. As I drew nearer, the features of the figure began to take shape. The silhouette belonged to a tall person, their face obscured by the folds of a tattered cloak. In their hands, they clutched a gleaming axe, its blade reflecting the fading sunlight. Fear gripped my young heart, but curiosity urged me forward. "Hello," I stammered, my voice barely audible against the backdrop of silence. The stranger turned and their eyes met mine. Dark and vacant, the gaze sent a shiver down my spine. I swallowed hard, captivated by the haunting presence that stood before me. A whisper of wind carried words I could barely comprehend, ancient words that seemed to resonate from the depths of the shadows. In that moment, the world around me shifted. The palms overhead rustled in protest, their leaves conspiring with the shadows to create an otherworldly dance. The stranger's lips parted, uttering words in a language unknown to my young ears. I stood frozen, caught between the realms of childhood innocence and the haunting reality unfolding before me. The axe glinted malevolently in the dying light, its sharp edge cutting through the air like a phantom blade. Panic surged within me, urging me to flee, but an invisible force rooted me in place. The stranger's gaze never wavered, and I felt a strange connection, a bridge between the ordinary and the supernatural. Suddenly, the shadows around us seemed to come alive, whispering secrets and ancient tales of forgotten times. The air thickened with an oppressive energy, and I sensed a presence beyond my comprehension. The stranger's lips continued to move, invoking powers that resonated with the very fabric of the desert night. With a final incantation, the stranger turned away, disappearing into the darkness from whence they came. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the palms ceased their unsettling dance. I stood alone, the echoes of an encounter with the unknown etched into my young mind. As the last traces of daylight faded, I hurriedly made my way home, the axe-wielding stranger forever etched into the tapestry of my childhood memories. The desert, once familiar, now held secrets that transcended the boundaries of the ordinary, leaving me to ponder the thin veil between our world and the mysterious realms that lurk in the shadows.